What are we doing here, Julian? Why would you bring me to a place like this? I'm in sunny South Florida, 80-degree weather, enjoying the ocean, and you bring me to this?
Sam, you've got to expand on your horizons. We've got to make the most of this weather.
What are we going to do in this weather to have fun?
Ice bikes.
What do you mean ice bikes?
Ice bikes that race on ice.
That sounds dangerous, it sounds slippery.
That's the whole idea.
This is not going to end well.
We're here to meet the guys from Moose Racing. We're going out on the lake, Lake Wisconsin. It's frozen, theoretically 9 inches thick, and we're going to race motorcycles.
It's a motorcycle that goes on a lake. How do we know the lake is solid? How do we know how thick the ice is? How do we know that the bike isn't going to crack the ice and we're going to go in the water? None of it really makes sense to me. There's no reason to do that when back home, we can take that same bike and go out in the trails, the tracks, the mud, and have a good time. The thing I want to do is race. It doesn't matter what it is. I just want to ride, I want to race. And here we are, still haven't done it. Now we're shopping.
We walk into Jay's Power Center, and this is the mecca for all things Winter Wonderland.
All these snow products are pretty cool. I don't ever get to play with them or get to see them on a showroom floor.
This place has a huge power sports moose racing setup. So we're going to meet with an ambassador who's going to bring us up to speed with everything that we've got to wear to be safe when you're out on the ice. You've got to put on team colors. You've got to wear this moose jumper.
What's a jumper? Or it's a sweatshirt?
It's a jumper.
It's a sweatshirt.
There we go. Yeah, these will do.
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? These
You're
could
not
be great.
riding anything. You don't need goggles.
You torched the RV. You're not coming out riding.
You're still bringing that up?
It was yesterday.
Can a girl accidentally set a kitchen on fire? Well, if I can't race, then I'm at least gonna shop. Bye.
She's putting gear on thinking she's going to race with us. Nope, she's banned.
Get over it. It was in the past.
I see you guys got your team colors.
Hey, John, how you doing, mate?
Excellent.
No,
How
if
are
you
you
don't
guys?
mind, I already took it off the rack.
You look
You
fantastic.
told me I can have it.
You look like a team. We've invited Sam, Julian, and Jenn to Jay's Power Center today to outfit them and get them ready for a crash course in ice racing. First things first, we're gonna start with the base layer.
So are these undercrackers?
They're not under crackers.
Is it crackers?
They're like thermals, kind of like underwear, but they keep you warm and they're long.
They're undercrackers.
They're not under crackers. It takes a while to adjust the Julian. I haven't figured out his lingo, so I'll translate for him and we'll get through it.
You may get ejected from these motorcycles from time to time just to keep it interesting.
Okay.
So let's keep your knees, shins protected. Considering these boys are from Florida, we're gonna start them off with a nice warm base layer, put all the protection pieces that they need on their body, and then wrap them in a nice, warm, windproof, waterproof outer layer to keep them comfortable.
I'm looking forward to getting set from top to bottom, helmet, gloves, boots, the whole shebang.
It's going to protect us from the cold, protect us from crashing, and hopefully protect Julian from getting run over by the spikes on my tires.
I think they're both in trouble, but well protected.
Breathe that fresh air in.
We've got ice, we've got snow. It's taking me out in the middle of this rock-solid ice pit to go out on motorcycles.
Julian goes running towards the bikes, per usual. He's trying to steal them, basically, and head out on the lake. No problem at all.
We just need an instructor, then we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, what do we need the instructor for? We've got the bikes have got the studs in the tires. Let's just go on and get on with it. What are we waiting for? It's a throttle, there's a gearbox, there's a clutch. Let's have a go.
If there's anybody that can whip these Florida boys into shape and teach them how to ride a studded motorcycle, it would be the ice god himself, Jeff Vernon, who has been building tracks and racing for over 30 years.
I've heard that this gentleman called the God of Ice is going to arrive. And all of a sudden this bike comes in sideways. He's going to teach us what needs to be done to get round the circuit. Hey Jeff, I hear you're the Ice God, that's right?
I don't know, I've been doing it a long time, so I know a little bit what to do and what not to do.
So we're going to learn from the best.
We're getting older and slower, but we still know how to do it. I know you guys have been riding dirt bikes, street bikes, road bikes, touring bikes, all kinds of motorcycles. This is the same thing, it's just a frozen surface. The traction is in the tires, ride real smooth, kind of like a road race. It's going to come natural and you'll catch on really, really quick.
Now tell me, you designed this course?
Oh no, Jenn did it.
I don't think she likes this very much at the moment.
Well, once you see what she's laid out for you, you'll probably even think that more. New stuff's going to keep you warm. Bikes are going to get you where you want to go, so we're wasting time here. Let's get out on the ice and do it.
This is crazy. I blame Julian one more time. We're going to be racing on a lake with a dirt bike. It makes no sense to me.
We took off on the first practice session, and at the beginning, it's like, oh boy, they got a ways to go. Every loop, they kept getting faster. After about 6, 7 laps, I mean, they were getting the hang of it.
You get on a motorcycle, and it's like you're on ice skates. You've got these little screws sticking out of these tires that are grabbing the ice. And the more you dig into the turn and the more you give it throttle, the more it likes it. It works even better.
I was absolutely blown away with the amount of traction that we had. And at first, my body positioning was slightly wrong. I was out in the middle of my seat. But then he pulled me aside and he said, put all the weight over the front wheel, gets you to go into the corner, put your leg out and accelerate, and you'll have a lot more traction. He was dead right. It made a huge difference.
All right, guys, the track is complete.
All right, remember what I showed you guys, how to do it. Ready?
The race has started. Julian, of course, jumped the line, and he's up front.
See his hand, bang, hands coming down, bang, I'm getting up. That's it, accelerate.
All I'm getting is ice and water in my mouth, in my face, and I'm trying to keep up with him, and I'm following his lines. And the good news was he was so hot and excited to get in front of me that he was riding way over his head.
Came into the first corner, and that was okay, he was still there. Came into the second corner, and I accelerated, but I didn't accelerate early enough, and I drifted wide and opened up the inside of the corner. And as soon as I opened the inside of the corner, he made the most of it and bang, he shot through. So then I was on his tail for a while, and the worst thing to ever do is watch what the guy in front of you is doing. What did I do? I watched him, and I couldn't get round him. Came back onto the circuit again, but I'd lost too much time. I couldn't get back to him.
So I was watching his lines, I was waiting for him to make a little bit of a mistake, and sure enough, he drifted a little wide, and I got him on the inside and pulled out the win, which was all worth it at the end of the day. So Jenn's course, I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. There's a lot of lefts and a lot of rights. It was pretty evenly spread out. I won't admit it to her, but she did do a good job.
I don't want to tell them this, but I was really impressed. They both did a great job. But I have to pat myself on the back a little bit. I think my course really helped them become better riders.
So I see you three survived instruction from the famous ice god, Jeff Burdett.
Absolutely, we really did. He was fantastic. Taught us everything we needed to know about the ice.
He was really good. You can tell he's got a lot of experience, and I gotta tell you guys, these winter temperatures, which are pretty fierce, are a lot more bearable when you start off with a nice Ram truck, 2500 diesel with a great heater that worked really nice. The RVs were amazing. They had all the amenities that we needed. And of course, here we are with Moose Racing and these amazing bikes on the ice.
And we had our own internal heat while riding these things.
The bikes put off a lot of heat, and let me tell you, the Moose gear keeps it in board and it makes it nice.
And Julian, he's always giving off, a certain amount of hot air.
Yeah, but at least I didn't torch an RV. You had even more hot air with
Yeah,
flames.
you had a fire. And it was an honor to learn from the best. You're a legend. We heard a lot about you coming here, and it was all true.
Ready to show them how the pros do it?
I guess so. It's time
get
to
out of
get
here.
ready for the race tomorrow.
Let's do this. We have to finish off with our one-liner first, though. It's not always about the destination. It's how you get there.